What's up, people? Back at you again this morning with another Moralities Moment. This is my next vid in my video series entitled Listen, Learn, Live. This morning's note says, what is done does not matter as much as what was learned from doing it. It is better not to know and to know that you don't know than to fake and later be exposed and disgraced. One who wants to rise to the summit, to the mountaintop, to the peak, to the highest point in all that they do must seek its base in the valley. In order to reach new heights, rise from down low. My first note here says that cliche, fake it till you make it. Don't believe it because eventually you will be exposed and disgraced. You know, a lot of people will go around and say fake it until you make it, but again, don't believe that, because people that that pretend to be something that they're not, eventually they're exposed. My next note says, if you don't know, you don't know. If you don't have it, you don't have it. But you can if you are willing to do what is necessary to obtain it. So don't tell yourself that I'm going to fake it until I make it. No. If you don't know, don't pretend like you know, because if somebody questions you about something you don't know, guess what? You're going to be exposed. You're going to be found out. Then they're going to really look at you like, really? If you ain't got it, then you ain't got it. Don't fake like you got it, because eventually, guess what? You're going to be found out. You're going to be exposed, and chances are you're going to be disgraced or shamed. But my next note here says, I was once told that everybody wants to make it to the top, but very few are willing to dwell in the valley to develop character for the peak points. Everybody want to be at the top. Everybody want to make it to the top. Everybody want to be at that pinnacle in life. But a lot of times, in the pursuit of that mountaintop situation, people take shortcuts. And then once they make it to wherever they perceive they need to be or want to be, they lack in something. And that thing that most people lack is character. And again, I've learned and I've once heard that you develop character in the valley. See, the last statement I said, in order to rise to new heights, rise from down low, it ain't where you don't learn very much when you're at the top, because supposedly when you're at the top, you know everything, or you pretty much have everything you need to be there. You learn when you're in the valley. You learn through that journey up to the mountaintop. So I said that to say this. My note here says, develop the character necessary for you to ascend to the top, because it is a waste to get to the place you sought and are ill prepared to maintain it. Don't shortcut the process. Learn everything that you can throughout the entire process. So then when you get to where you are, which my last note says here, learning something in your valley situations that will be beneficial in your pursuit to excellence, so that when you arrive, you'll know that you belong and are capable to maintain. So again, in your pursuit to be at the top, don't discount the valley situation, because it's in the valley where you learn character. And it's a waste for you to get where you think you ought to be, and you don't feel like you belong, or you don't have what's necessary to maintain where you're at, because you ill prepared to be there. So don't be so quick to run to the top without learning something in the process and getting to the top. Take some time, learn something, develop character. So again, when you arrive where you think you need to be or where you want to be, you'll feel like you belong and you're able to maintain while you're there. Again, listen, learn, live. Hope you enjoyed this morning's morality moment. Peace, and I'm out.